everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be about the July forecast for Leo people. Uh, you know, uh, to anybody with the Leo rising, Leo ascendant, Leo Lagna or Moon in Leo. This video is applicable for all of them. So guys, one thing is there, like we are already in the middle of the month. So please pardon me for that. Next month onwards, I'm going to try to make it in the first week of the month, the entire monthly series. Okay. And also, with this channel, my intention is to bring a smile on your face. I want to spread positivity. I hate to talk about the negative things, but at the same time, I also want to, I can't not talk about the events that are happening, the challenging events that are happening also. So for this particular video, I'm going to start from the descending order, which means I'm going to start from the last of the month to the beginning of the month. So let's go to the 28th of July, when your Karak planet Mars is getting into your house of wealth. So Mars is a very, very important planet for you guys. One, because it is like the lord of your this thing, the fourth house, the Kendra, and the lord of your ninth house of your Kon. That makes it a Karak planet for you. So fourth house is the house of your real estate, your home, your assets, your vehicles. Ninth house is the house of your luck, your destiny. So that lord of like the fourth and ninth is now moving into the house of your wealth, your bank balance, your net worth in the society. So it's about the money, it's about the bank balance, it's about the cash, the liquidity you have. And from the second, Mars is making a connection with the fifth and the ninth, because it's giving a aspect on the fifth house, okay, on the eighth house of sudden gains, and on the ninth house of your luck. So it's forming a connection with the fifth and ninth. So guys, excellent times, after 28th of July, you would see in terms of real estate, gains through real estate. Excellent times, it could be like, you may gain through a, like apartment or a land or anything related to real estate, property. Is that which is one thing which is seen from the with 28th of July. Now the second thing, it would be about, because it is like, could be the vehicles, gains through vehicles you would see. I mean, the third thing is it's about the wealth, because luck is completely favoring you. Fifth house and ninth house are together forming a relation, and so it's going to be an excellent time in terms of your wealth. So I mean, growth of money, increase in your savings, increase in your bank balance, money coming in. So all this is seen. So very positive, very positive movement. Around 28th of July of Mars, very important planet for you. Now 26th of July, Venus, which is again a very important planet for you, which is the commander of your chart, which is a lord of your profession, okay, lord of your like job or your business, and the lord of your communication. So Venus is now transiting on the 26th of July, would be transiting in your 11th house of gains, in conjunction with Jupiter. Guys, this is a beautiful Raj Yoga of wealth. Beautiful Raj Yoga for wealth. And in case, any one of you is passing through with Venus times or, Jupiter times, it is going to be, I mean, you would get some beautiful news around, your money, your gains. So let's talk about, what is this Venus bringing? So first thing is, it's the lord of your communication, and it is the lord of your 10th house of profession. So which means, you would get a good communication related to your profession. Okay. If like you're trying for a promotion, this is the time after 26th of July, you would get it. You're trying for a salary hike, you would get it. You trying for, getting into your dream job, you would get it. Okay. You will not working and trying for a job, very high probability that you would get a job, and a good high paying job. That is also seen. Like if you're a business owner, you would see gains coming in from your business. There could be new acquisition of clients, or there could be clients whom you are following up with. Now is the time after 26th of July is when you would definitely get those clients and get that new business, or good communication coming in the form of business. That's the first thing. Now second thing is like Venus is giving an aspect on your romantic relationships, on your fifth house of your romantic relationships, wherein Jupiter also is giving an aspect on its own house, on the fifth house, around the romantic relationships. So, guys, if you are single, there's a very high probability that you would find your romantic partner after 26th of July. So, you are already in a relationship, you would see that romantic relationship would be beautiful. You may go for an ultra luxury holiday, ultra luxury short term travel with your romantic partner, because it has the third house is the house of short term travel also. Okay, you may also go for a short term travel, ultra luxury short term travel with your kids, with your family. So, I mean, this is beautiful around, like, there would be like good communication around, and anybody expecting some kind of a romantic relationship, there would be a good communication coming to you. So, I mean, beautiful transit. And of course, Venus and Jupiter together, guys, just check your charts. If you're passing through with that time, let me know. You can connect with me. I mean, if you're passing through with that time, Jupiter or Venus times, it is going to be a beautiful time around, at least romantic relationships and, gains in profession. So that's mostly about the Venus. Now let's move on to the 18th of July, wherein, Mercury is transiting in your house of expenses. So, guys, Mercury is a very important planet for you again, because it lords the second house of your wealth and 11th house of your gains. 11th house is also the house of your social connections, your network, your like professional connections. Okay, so what is happening? Venus is getting retrograde in the house of expenses, in the 12th house. Okay, now that means because of you and we, I mean, I'm sorry, it's the Mercury which is getting into the 12th house of retrograde. So Mercury is the planet for communication, and because it is getting retrograde in the 12th house of expenses, which means, guys, because of your communication, okay, you will have to spend money on your network, on your social connections, on your professional connections. Okay, I'm like, there is a possibility that those people, like, your social connected people or your professionally connected people, they might borrow money from you. So expense would happen in that way. And because it is around your communication. So I mean, I'm not saying that you should not help your people. You should definitely help your friends, but just see that you keep a check around your communication, and do not overcommit. That may be like little challenging for you. So that's mostly about the Mercury. Now, guys, 13th, this thing, 16th of July, Sun, the Lord of your ascendant, is getting into the 12th house of your expenses, which means, this I would consider as good, because you would be making expenditures on your own self. Okay, you would be making expenditures around your health, around your grooming, around your well-being, around your, maybe, buying some great quality of clothes, some, accessories. Or this is the time you would be pampering yourself, where you would be spending money on yourself, where you would be spending money on your self development. So with this particular movement of Sun, this is seen, where you would be spending money for your social image, for your image around the world, the way the world perceives you. So here is the expenditure happening now. 13th of July, it is when Saturn is getting retrograde. So Saturn is the lord of your sixth house of your diseases, as well as the seventh house of your, like your marriage, as well as your business partnership. And it is now coming into the eighth house of sudden events. And Saturn is getting retrograde. So the first thing is, then there could be, some kind of, if you have been like, suffering from some kind of a disease, or, there could be a discovery of some, health issues. Those issues would come into your notice. That's the first thing that may happen. The second thing, it could be a challenge with your maternal uncle. Like he would face some issues around the health. Now secondly, you got to be careful around the health of your spouse or your business partner. That is seen. So guys, with retrograde Saturn, what it means, that it is all about reassessing, reanalyzing, taking a pause, introspection. So eighth house is the house of inheritance. Eighth house is the house of insurance. Eighth house is the house of, research. Eighth house is the house of your sudden events. So if you are like, expecting some money from insurance around, if there's something which is going on around your inheritance, okay. So if you are doing some research, so maybe, this is the time with this particular movement of Saturn in the next 5 months, with this retrograde movement, it is the time for you to reassess your strategy around your inheritance, around your, insurance money, or around your, research. You have to, rethink about that. You have to introspect, give it a thought. Maybe some actions you are doing, the road to achieve that goal, maybe some action you have to amend, maybe some bring new things you have to bring, and maybe some things you have to let go. So this is the time when you would be thinking about, the strategy which you are adopting around these areas, around the sudden games. So I mean, this is the time. The good thing about this plan, like, this movement of Saturn, is that with eighth house, Saturn gives longevity. So if you've been struggling with any kind of addiction, it could be food, it could be, smoking, it could be alcohol, it could be maybe, some form of drugs or chemicals. This is the time when you would be able to quit. It's the house of transformation. So, you would be able to transform yourself into a better version of yourself. And of course, the guys, now the ascendant part. So ascendant, yes, it's a difficult phase for you because, it's Mars and Ketu together. So right now, short-tempered aggression is there. Lot of, fast action is there. So I would say, please keep cool till the 28th of July. Okay. Please, be little like, not be very aggressive around your work, around anything, because there is a possibility that, you may do something out of anger, which you may repent in the future. So that's mostly about this, month for you guys for the July. So, Leo people, if you've liked this video, I would request you to subscribe my channel, to press the bell notification, and also to write a comment and share your feedback. That really validates my effort. And anyone, who wants to connect with me, you can connect with me. I've shared my contact details and my email address. You can connect with me on WhatsApp or on the email. So that's it for today, guys. And thanks a lot for your time, and you have a great day. Thank you.